Hello again everybody. This is a video for the millions watching at home and around the world. I'm sure lots of people are watching this. But anyway, just 5-6 minutes just to discuss the roles of adrenaline and cortisol, the two stress hormones that are responsible for the fight or flight response, you might know it as, or the stress response, whichever one, same thing. So to start off, it's just my understanding of it. It's no diagnosis, nothing like that. This is just from my experience, from what I've researched and how I feel it works in me, which you'll probably relate to. So let's just start off with what they are. Adrenaline and cortisol, two main hormones that are activated when the fight or flight response happens. Those two hormones get pumped into your bloodstream to deal with the situation, the anxious situation. So adrenaline goes in, that forces you to act on something. You feel alert, you're full of this energy, you're thinking, oh, what do I do? And if you panic, obviously it keeps going on. If you don't, you do something to get it under control, you can stop it. But I want to discuss what happens when the fight or flight response is activated or keeps going on day after day after day, even week after week. If this happens in your body every day, what effect does adrenaline and cortisol have? If it keeps having to be pumped into your bloodstream daily, frequently, to deal with what's happening. I can guarantee that a lot of people are watching this now and they feel they're in a stressed and anxious state every day. So anyway, let's get on to what happens. So you're in a stressed and anxious state every day. Fight or flight response, you feel just keeps going on. So adrenaline's fine to go in, that's okay. The danger, for me, in my opinion, is cortisol. Because adrenaline goes in, but cortisol goes in to counter the adrenaline. Cortisol goes in to reduce the effects of adrenaline. I know it's a bit weird to understand. Just get my next notes out. So the way cortisol works, I'm going to focus on this. That works by keeping your response to the stressful situation carrying on. That's actually a good thing, because if your stressful situation is going on for 5, 10, 15 minutes, you want cortisol in there because it's going to help you. It's going to help your body. If that wasn't in there, you'd be in real trouble. So the problem happens is when too much cortisol goes in too frequently, and it starts to build up and it gets in excess. So just a number of things that excess cortisol in your bloodstream can do. It can suppress your immune system, it can even increase your response to allergies, food intolerances. It plays a part in giving you more feelings of anxiety, more feelings of failure, depression as well. It can lead to fatigue, which is a one I definitely want to touch on. Excess fatigue, like your arms and legs aching, your pains. What all this does is it puts a huge amount of work on the adrenal glands. It taxes your adrenal glands and tires them out. So what do you think is going to happen when your adrenal glands are tired? You're going to be tired. That's a sign of your body working extra hard to deal with all this extra adrenaline and cortisol flushing into your bloodstream. Because the way we act with health anxiety, we must think about things every single second of the day with our minds, in our obsessions about, we get a little pain, or oh, what's that, that could be something else. Every time we act like that, our adrenal glands produce the hormones, the adrenaline, the cortisol. So can you imagine if you're thinking like that the best part of the day, not all day, every single day, you're going to have excess amounts of adrenaline and cortisol going into your bloodstream. So that is going to tire your body out big time. And I've been through that where I've had days where I couldn't even move my legs and get out of bed. So even just eating junk food can increase the stress on your body. Your adrenal glands release cortisol to deal with that. So, got my next notes. What happens after the stress response does actually finish though? For me, it feels like I've just done a workout and I feel really sore, and you just have to rest. That's a sign, obviously, that your body's been working so hard, it's telling you to rest. That's why a lot of people just can't believe that anxiety can cause all of these symptoms like that, like all these physical symptoms you're talking about. But as time goes on and you keep acting like you do with your mind, your emotions, what you eat, everything, just everything in your lifestyle, stress builds. It builds, which leads to the anxiety. I've just got a couple of more things and I'm going to finish up. So, you know what I've got written down here? A couple of more things. Yeah. I think I'll finish up on a couple of positive things. Positive things. What you think, right? It's just a line of mine. What you think about, right? Think about this. What you think is ultimately what you become. We all have poor days. We've all been to the bottom. We've all hit the bottom. But listen, we sure as hell deserve to be at the top again. That's my understanding. So to sum up, cortisol, if you're stressed and anxious every single day, which I've said that we always are, we're always doing it because our mind's working overtime, being obsessive. So every time we're doing that, just think, every time you do that, your adrenal glands are pumping cortisol and adrenaline in your bloodstream to deal with the way you're behaving. And the danger is if it builds up in excess. That's when you can start feeling all these other physical symptoms, like the people have talked about on this page, with like the feelings of being weak and your pains, and your pins and needles and all of that. That can happen. I'm going to finish on that. I'm going to get this uploaded so you can see it. See yous.